So this vlog today is really going to be in two parts. It's sort of like two tales of something I did wrong and something I did right. The first one is a tale about how I totally messed up a coaching opportunity. The second one is how I listened to my clients in order to produce something that's going to greatly benefit them and help them in their purchasing decision. So the first one is how I royally screwed up a coaching opportunity. So this was with a family member this last week, and they're doing some heroic things. He left his full-time job, and he's going to go into full-time fundraising to go over and help in the refugee crisis over in Germany. He and his wife are going to go over there. So they're taking these next 6 months to a year to raise funds to go do that. I mean, it's heroic, it's brave, it's bold, but I love these family members who are going to be doing this. I just kept thinking over and over and over again, all right, how can they leave well? What can I do to help them build their email list, to help get supporters? I mean, all these things that I do with content marketing, digital marketing, like how can I help them do that? Michael Bungay Stainer, who wrote this book, The Coaching Habit. And in it, he lays out 7 coaching questions. And I'm only on, I think, the 3rd or 4th one. And it's been really insightful so far. And man, does it work. Man, does it make sense. It makes total sense. And I think he has something in there called, if I remember right, the advice monster. And the advice monster comes out when someone asks, can I help you? And you just, being the guide, being the one who knows everything, you just spew all your wisdom out at them. And that's the absolute worst way to go. Primarily for the reason as you actually don't know if you can help their problem. So he has the first question, what's on your mind? What's on your mind? I did not ask that question to this family member. I just jumped in and said, hey, have you considered doing this? Have you thought about this, right? Those are the wrong questions to ask at that time. You allow them to disclose what's on their mind, what they're thinking about, and maybe then you can help them. Maybe not. Maybe you can't help them at all, or maybe it's not the right time to have that conversation that you want to have with them, the advice that you want to share with them. The second question he says you need to ask is the AWE question, and what else? And what else gives that person the opportunity to share even more and disclose more what's on their mind, because they've probably been thinking about it a lot. And the more information they can give you, the better you can help them. And I love this question because I actually used it in another meeting a couple weeks ago. It was after just a long, laborious discussion on what we should do. And I just asked this question from Michael's book here. So what's the real challenge here? Now, when I asked that question in that meeting, things got hyper-focused. We were able to figure out what to do. Now, in my meeting with this family member, where I could have had a wonderful coaching opportunity, I didn't ask that. I just continued to spew all over him my ideas. And I probably deflated him. I probably gave him too many shoulds. You should do this. You should do this. You should do this. That's the worst kind of coach. And that's how I messed up. And I share this so that you don't mess up. I share this so that you might be able to go out and buy Michael's book to be a better coach, because you're going to find yourself in coaching situations all the time. So I'm going to put a link to that in the description below. If you're finding me for the first time, would you consider hitting that subscribe button? This weekly vlog is kind of a documentary and how-tos on what I've been up to so that you can learn from me and you can apply them in your practice or whatever business that you might find yourself in. And I hope you can find these tips useful. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. I read every one. All right, part 2 of the vlog. Part 2. Now this is where I actually did something right. So as we're building out this new e-course platform, which I'm totally psyched about, and I'm getting ready to release it to my beta testers. Well, before I gathered a group of beta testers to test out this e-course platform and that whole user experience, I asked them, like, what's kind of the main frustrating pain point when it comes to purchasing continuing education units, specifically online continuing education courses. And they said the number one thing, and this was like universal, this was amazing to see these group of people have this very similar feedback. They don't know what they're buying. Now they can read about what they're buying, they have the course objectives and everything, but they don't know the quality of the video, they don't know the quality of the instructor, they don't know how it sounds, they don't know what it looks like. And so what I thought, it'd be interesting to put together like a sizzle reel. Now, sizzle reel is what like producers use to kind of showcase their highlights. And so basically I'm just putting together a sampler, a sizzle reel, if you will, to show the content, to hear the content, to see what it looks like, to see what it feels like, because some of this content is like 3 or 4 hours long. And so I wanted to give them a little sample of what it looks like before they purchase it. So that's kind of the other example of how I listen to a client instead of just assuming what a client wanted. I ask specific questions. And so I am totally pumped to release this to our beta testers to get feedback on their experience. And I will be sharing that with you along the way. So that is the vlog for today. My name is Brent Stutzman. I'm the owner of Brand Your Practice. I'm an entrepreneur that seeks to use digital marketing and digital content to help therapists clarify their message, stand out from the competition, and attract their ideal client. Subscribe below, hit that red button, and then the little bell next to it so you'll be notified when the next episode comes out. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.